All right, so we're still working on multiplying polynomials. All right, so I wanted to go over some special cases and then also binomial times a trinomial. So yeah, we looked at a few of these before, but not usually with coefficients on the x's. So again, when you're multiplying your polynomials, just think big distributive property problem. So 2x times 2x is going to be 4x squared. 2x times 7 is 14x. Negative 7 times 2x is negative 14x. And then negative 7 times positive 7 is going to be negative 49. So next up, you got to combine your like terms. So 14x minus 14x is 0. So you're just going to be left with 4x squared minus 49. And we call this answer a difference because it's subtraction of squares. All right, but again, when you get something like this, 14x minus 14x, that's 0. There's not going to be any x's then in your final answer. Next up, we got 5x plus 2 squared. So remember, when you got something squared, you have two of them. So we got 5x plus 2 times 5x plus 2. So when we multiply that out, we got 5x times 5x. So it's going to be 25x squared. 5x times 2 is 10x. 2 times 5x is another 10x. 2 times 2 is 4. 10x and 10x is 20x, and then plus 4 on the end. Okay, and then the special name for this is a perfect square trinomial. So again, those words that we worked on back 2-3 weeks ago, binomial, trinomial, that kind of stuff, all those words keep coming back here. All right, and the reason it's a perfect square trinomial is because your terms on the end here, 25x squared, the 4, those are all perfect squares. All right, last special case, then we're going to do a binomial times a trinomial, is when you have two variables. So we got x's and y's. The process is the same. I'm going to start off with 4x times 5x. It's going to give me 20x squared. Then 4x times negative 6y. 4 times 6 is 24. X's and y's, you can't mix them, so it's just going to be minus 24xy. 3y times 5x is plus 15xy. Always put the x first, go alphabetical order. And a lot of it works out exactly the same. 3y times a negative 6y is 18y squared. So final answer, 20x squared. Negative 24 plus 15 is negative 9. xy minus 18y squared. All right, so next up, we're going to get into a binomial times a trinomial. So let's just start off with x minus 4 times 3x squared plus 2x minus 8. All right, so process is the same. Distribute that x times 3x squared. X times 2x is 2x squared. X times the negative 8 is minus 8x. Next up, so I distributed my x to all three of those. Next up, I got to distribute my negative 4, so it's going to be minus 12x squared. Negative 4 times 2x is going to be minus 8x. Negative 4 times negative 8 is positive 32. Combine your like terms. You only have the 1x cubed term, so we're going to have 3x cubed. But then I got a 2x squared and a minus 12x squared. You got a minus 8x. We got another minus 8x there, so that works out nice. Minus 16x, and then don't forget about the constant. There's no other constants there, so you just got the plus 32 on the end. So pretty identical process, just a little bit longer problem. Binomial times a trinomial, 2 terms times 3 terms. I ended up with 6 terms. All right, so again, same deal here. We're going to start off, distribute the 3x to the 5x squared. 3 times 5 is 15. X times x squared is x to the third. 3x times 4x is 12x squared. 3x times a negative 2 is minus 6x. 4 times 5x squared is 20x squared. 4 times 4x is 16x. And then 4 times the negative 2 is negative 8. So final answer then, let's combine our like terms. So we got 15x cubed, 12x squared, and 20x squared. It's going to be 32x squared. You got a minus 6x. Plus 16, so it's going to be plus 10x, and then minus 8 on the end. All right, so process is the same for a lot of these. Just making sure you distribute to everything. The first step when you distribute, you're multiplying. So multiply the coefficients, add your exponents. Second step, you're just adding and subtracting the like terms.